So first of all, a very warm welcome here to Hudson Yards, where you can say you can't beat that view. It is very, very nice. And also showing how nice the spring is on its way into Manhattan. And we are super happy to see so many people decided to come today for such an important topic. So my name is Anne, and I work for SAP, where I'm responsible for SAP's relationship to UN. You probably have seen in the space that there is a lot of information around 17 global goals. So let me just ask all of you, how many of you are familiar with the 17 global goals from United Nations? Many are, yeah. So what we are doing is that we really want to make sure that corporations around the world are really using the goals and are fulfilling the global goals. SAP is one of the world's biggest software companies, and if we look at what that actually means, 77% of the world's business transactions are supported by SAP, and it goes across 25 industries. And if we then look at arts, that I know many of you is coming from that background, the arts world, but also the technology world. SAP is very huge in this area if you look at the whole art. And the interesting thing about arts that I was excited to speak about today when I got the opportunity to be part of opening this event is that if you look at from United Nations side, we want to create a better world for humanity. And we have until 2030 to really work on this, and of course keep on working it afterwards also. But how do you do that? How do you get more than 8 billion people of the world to begin to understand? How do we fix that we have issue with the climate? How do we fix like the issue that we have right now with health? If we talk about the coronavirus, how do we fix that everybody have equal rights to food? And because today around 1 billion people go to bed every day without having got the food that they needed. How do you do that? And you only do that in a collective way, and you only do it like we all contribute to whatever we can contribute with. And how do you then reach out to the world in a way that everybody actually know how they can contribute? And then if you look at arts, art is a thing, a topic, in expression. Yesterday, because I'm very spiritual, I was together with, there has been an incredible exhibition this week here in New York where it was around pieces of art that has been donated by a number of artists, where every piece of the art actually was giving a spiritual feeling and expression. So you can say art is for people many things, but what art do in a collective way, art is actually something that unite people and that every single person have an opinion about and actually understand, and it can talk to you. I work with something called 2030, which is a huge initiative where artists around the world come together and have their pieces, whatever it's a statue, whatever it is, any kind of arts expression, and that they actually speak about purpose. Doing the general sampling, we had one of the people where it was brief, where it was literally, it was down in Central Park, where it was about when everybody breathe, everybody, you know, that's how we live. And that was like by painting, like, and we also had that exhibition over at the general sampling. So my message to all of you, and that's why I'm excited about bringing technology into art, is that art is communicating to people in so many kind of ways. It can be a great investment you can do into it, but art is also something that expresses itself and it tells you something. And right now we need, on behalf of the United Nations, we need whatever it is sport, whatever it's art, whatever it is music, whatever it is film, whatever we can do to make sure that every single person in the world come together around the 17 global goals and provide their contribution. And that's why we are very excited that you decided to have the event here at SAP, because we know from coming from technology that going in and bringing digitalization into the whole art world, we're talking about a whole transformation of the art world. And the last thing I want to say, we were at Miami here in December, where we were actually speaking about women in art, because that's another thing that we often see that is super difficult to be an artist as a woman. It's actually difficult to be a woman in any kind of industry, but also in that industry. So there are so many things that we want to do around art for making sure there's a better gender balance, but also that the different people who bring art to the world population, that they do it in a way that they get the pieces to communicate the right messages. I think that's the obligation as an artist to do that. So enjoy the day, have a wonderful day. I know there's many great speakers, and enjoy the view also. So thank you so much.